I'm Shatana, and I'm going to run through a few variations of front cross carry and just illustrate the differences between front cross carry, short cross carry, and short cross carry with rings and some different ring tie-offs. I'm going to use a size 4 for each of these carries, which is my base size with a newborn. First, for front cross carry, we're going to start with the middle marker on our back. Like so. And each tail gets crossed up and over the shoulders. And each tail gets crossed again down and over the back. You simply tie off in front. And this is a little short for me to front cross carry with because it's a hemp and it just wraps a little short. But that's the idea. Uncross, uncross. Now for a short front cross carry, standard variation would be, I like to start just a little bit off center because I don't want my knot to be right at the loop in the back. I let a little bit hang, and then I cross over and down the front side. I can tuck that between my knees to keep it in place. And I'll reach up through the loop and grab this long tail and pull it through. And make sure my top rail is on top. And then I just tie at my hip. And I would do a double knot if I were actually putting a baby in there. Now, another variation of short cross carry is tied at shoulder. And it's nice for adjusting and nursing in a front carry. Leave a short tail over one shoulder, just enough to tie a knot. Leave the loop in the back, just like we did for the first version of short cross carry. We're going to cross, bring back, and through that loop. Being sure that our top rail is still our top rail. You can just snug that up a little. Pull our slack out of the back. And we cross again, making that X in the front. You can tie a slip knot here for adjustability. My slip knots are not my forte. And baby will sit right in the X here. You can also do that same carry with a ring finish. Start with a short tail over their shoulder and a loop in the back. Cross over the body. Bringing your tail around and back through. just like last time. Bring the wrap both tails up. Grab your ring. This is a large and it's a little big for this tie off. You'll probably want a medium for most straps. I slide it through a little bit. I pull my cross tail right through that loop. And then I pull both taut. And that's a secure tie off as long as your ring is small enough for your wrap. I just didn't have a medium ring handy. Okay, now we're going to do a short front cross carry with rings, or with a ring, I should say. First variation is a knotless variation, in which you use the ring to replace the loop on your back. It adds a couple more inches to your usable wrap length. Start with it right on my middle marker. And treat it pretty much the same as short front cross carry. Little slack in the back. Cross. I like to tuck this side either in my pocket just a tiny bit to keep it in place, or however you like to do it. And then pull it down and thread the wrap through. And pull this side out and also thread that through. That's a nice, comfortable knotless finish, and you can do that with a shorter wrap. I've got a lot of tail there. Now, another way we can do this, go ahead and loosen those tails up, and then I'm going to off-center a little bit, and slide that ring down just a tiny bit. So leaving the slack in the back, crossing, add a shorter tail and a longer tail. I'm going to cross the longer tail through the ring on my back. I'm going to go under, over, tie on the side right here. And there you go. My ring should lay nice and flat on my back that way. And it will adjust up your back just a little bit when you put your wrappy in. You can see mine's taking a nap back here now. Alright, and one more variation is this carry can be done tied at shoulder also. We're going to take our short tail and make it even shorter. Slide that ring down. There we go. Make sure both my top rails are top rails and they're not, so I'm going to fix that. got a little tangled in all the commotion. Drop the slack down and cross. Back around the back. There. Pull the slack out in the back. Cross. You can tie off here with a slip knot. Or we can do a ring finish also. I'll show that again just for giggles. Pull a loop through, stick my hand through there, grab it, the other tail, pull that tail through the loop, and then pull both ends. And you'll have a nice secure ring finish if you're using the proper size ring. And that's short cross carried, hide at shoulder with a ring finish and a ring.